Hi, y'all. Hey, y'all. I love you. Your captain's here. Bobby Lee. I have some dates. I want you to hear about them. Arlington, Virginia, November 1st through the 2nd at the Arlington Draft House. Cleveland, Ohio, November 14th through the 16th at Hilarities, 4th Street. Brea, California, November 26th to 24th at the Brea Improv.
22 to the 24th. You can't go backwards in dates, typically.
San Francisco. Really, you going to cackle? Can I give
Go, come on.
San Francisco, California, 12th through the 14th at the Punchline. Calusa, California, December 21st at the Calusa Casino. If you want more, go to BobbyLeeLit.com.
Guys, once
Live, BobbyLeeLive.com.
again, it's BobbyLeeLive.com.
Let's do it again. You want something?
Nope. Enjoy the intro song.
Okay.
We're starting the podcast. Enjoy the intro song.
All right, guys. So you want to do a countdown? You want to start?
Yes, Captain.
Gingo, gingo, gong, gong, guy.
5,
Gingo, gong,
4,
gong, guy.
3,
Gingo, gingo, gong,
2,
gong, guy, guy. Gingo,
1.
gong, gong, guy. Welcome. I love it. I love solos because I love all three of you. I love being here with you. And I want to tell you something that I would like to open up with.
Kopiko.
I'd like to open up with Kopiko.
Classic.
Kopika is the best product known to man.
It's the best.
It's the best. Tell me about Kopiko.
So,
Kopiko has...
No, I'll tell you. You said, tell me about Kopiko, and then you went ahead and... So Kopiko is a brand that's sold a lot in the Philippines, and it's a coffee brand, but they also have candy, like coffee candy. I don't drink coffee, but I like looking at the wrapper. So whoever sent me this from Australia, thank you so much. It's very nostalgic for me.
I think it's Bane.
It's Bane. He's not going to send me stuff.
Yeah.
We're friends. We're friends now.
He was a hovel.
The past.
He was living down there.
Where? Where does he want to live?
Anyway.
In this old thing?
This old thing?
This old dusty thing?
It's a fresh product. I enjoy it.
I don't know if it's as fresh
love
as
it. I like it.
remember.
Wait.
Yeah?
It's
Anyway,
clean, but
clean,
it's just,
clean.
it's
somebody's
antique.
is dirty.
It's like valuable in an antique kind of way.
Oh, so there's a lot of value.
It's valuable. I mean, it's the value has increased in the last 6 years, but in terms of actual like mechanics and you know what I mean? When you look at something antique, you don't want to play around with it too much. You want to look, observe, and appreciate.
Fragile.
I would say my vagina is very similar, very antique-y.
It's antique-y, and it's also it's the price, the value. The value of it rises.
Through the
And
years.
with vagina, it's not always the case.
No.
It's not always the case.
No.
But I would like to talk about one thing that somebody I met today. You know, sometimes you wake up in your life, you go about your day, and you don't know who you're going to run into. But every once in a while, you'll run into somebody that has skills above yours. And I met a guy by the name of, I'll show you. You're going to love it. So you know who James Corden is? Mm-hmm. He's an English guy. And can I tell you about English people?
Yeah.
They're jolly.
I find them to be the opposite of jolly.
You're right. Some of them are dark.
Some of them are very dark.
Some of them are dark. But the word jolly comes from the English language, and jolly is also something that's equated to Santa
Christmas
Claus.
It's a Christmas song. Jolly on Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you just said.
That's what I meant. and also English people have Saint Nick's cheeks. They have white cheeks.
Juicy cheeks.
Like James Corden has beautiful white cheeks.
Yeah.
And when it's cold, they turn rosy, right? And but I met his executive producer of his show today because they're doing a show, and I'm interviewing for maybe
a job.
And I met this guy named Ben Winston. Ben Winston is right now James Corden's right-hand man. He's produced that. He used to produce X Factor, and he used to produce other things. And I met him. He is number one. Once I walked into his office, I realized that, and I'm not gay, and I love you, babe. Come on, but There was a smell. Come on, baby.
Why'd
There
you
was a
say that?
smell. There was a smell in his office
Yeah.
that, and it's not sexual. What I'm gonna say, because I want to do business with people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But the smell was oaky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Expensive.
I get what you're saying.
I see
Full
what you're
blast
saying.
direction.
Right.
Is that what?
No,
That's not what you were gonna
Full
say.
No.
blast.
not full blast. No,
Oh no.
Full blast.
not full blast.
Okay.
But the feelings. Let me just say this, okay? How does a car run?
Gas.
Right. So you put the gas in, you turn on the engine, but I didn't press the gas tank. What do you call the
Gas pedal.
pedal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's an Arsenal fan.
That's
And when I said I was an Arsenal fan, I thought that he thought that maybe I was lying, because he listens to TigerBelly because he knows I like to win. But I rattle off Highbury, I rattle some stuff off. But my point is that if I don't work with this guy, I'm going to tell you something right now, dude. I will do something with him one day in life. Okay? Just FYI. My Khalyla and I cried last night, did we not, babe?
We've been crying every day.
We cry every day, Khalyla and I. And I think it's it could be my way of grieving. Could it be?
I think so.
maybe.
Instead of doing it in one spot, because
You feel better after you do.
I do feel way better.
You feel a release.
Oh my
It's a
god,
release,
I get
right?
really emotional.
We watched an episode of. We watch a lot of Chef's Table, but there's one episode we hadn't watched in the last couple of months. There's this one episode with this woman. Her name was Jung Kwan.
Jun Kwang.
From Korea.
Yeah, but
Fuck yeah.
she is a monk and she lives in a monastery in Korea. And she they follow the way like she cooks and just her philosophies on cooking and whatnot. But it was transformative to watch. Like I kept looking at him and wanting to just light him on fire. Like I wanted to in a scale, like that's why he is the complete.
It's fucking incredible what you're doing to me right now.
What am I doing to you?
All right, what you're doing to me right now is blasphemy and wrong. But go ahead, express yourself.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin the episode, but she's a very peaceful, very non-wasteful, very impactful human being in this world. And you are equally as impactful, but you use just a lot of more plastics than Jung Kwan.
And that's my bad.
We can't all be John Kwan.
Yeah. Okay. I love dolphins.
Yes, you do.
And everyone knows
You
that in
literally
this room.
talk about it.
Everyone
almost-
fucking knows that in this room.
God, yeah.
I love dolphins.
It's a lot.
I love unicorns. I love all those
Yeah, I was like, what's that?
magical, the glitter and the magical glossy when you see it in the mall. I love all nature, okay? But when it's, anyway, this lady, Jung Kwan.
I thought you okay.
Okay.
I'm so glad you didn't go into like eating dolphins. I thought that's where you were gonna go.
No, I'm
after.
stopping myself.
Oh, thanks.
Oh wow.
This lady, Jung Kwan, she's a monk.
Yeah.
She's the chef at a monastery. She's not really a chef. She's not trained, okay? But she's, renowned. And people with Michelin stars and real
Like
chefs.
Eric Repair from Le Bernardin in New York. He's like obsessed with her, so he like flew her in from Korea to cook. And
And there was a journalist from I think the New York Times or the Washington Post, either one of those, who didn't want to go to the event. And somebody called him and said, I'm telling you, dude, you have to go. He said, I don't want busy. He's like, you can't miss this. So he goes, and so this lady doesn't use garlic, onions,
In Korean
three
food?
other things.
3 other things. She doesn't use herbs and spices that disrupt harmony, I guess.
Wow.
A lot of Buddhists believe that onions and garlic disrupt harmony
I'm so disrupted.
through meditation.
Me too.
When they're meditating, apparently those 2 herbs or whatever, it's not good. So they don't use those things. They use natural, but they do ferment things like Koreans do.
Yeah.
So a lot of fermented things. They do a lot of seasoning, but in their own natural way. I don't know exactly how she does it, but when that journalist ate her food, it transformed his life.
Wow.
And he decided, I got to figure out more about this lady. This is my new thing. You know what I mean? So it was really transformative. And you're right. I am the opposite of her. I am. But can I say something?
You're the Joker.
When I see it, and I want that. I want to feel peace and fulfillment, and give dolphins vitamins or whatever they do. You know what I mean? Whatever they do to help them survive.
But isn't
just
there
see
that
what-
saying?
I don't know what they do.
You just see Bobby throwing multivitamins in the ocean. Sir, stop doing that.
Yeah.
No, vitamin E.
Vitamins or plastic lighters? You choose.
There's this like saying, I don't know how it goes, and I'm really terrible with like quoting things, but there's this saying that goes that the wanting is part of the suffering, because the more you want reinforces the idea in your mind that you don't already have it. But there's this, it's more eloquently said somewhere else, but that desire reinforces all the idea that, you know, you're absent, you lack stuff in your life.
Yeah. You know what, baby? What's so funny, fucker? Please don't.
Your baby's smile is.
Hey, baby. Come here.
But we've been crying
No,
every day.
let me. I want to say something.
Oh, you wanted to
I want
say
to say something
sorry,
real quick. Say
interrupt him.
something real quick. Yeah,
Stupid,
sorry. You're so stupid. I would believe you. And your actions sometimes are very pure and full of love. Some of your actions, though, are diabolical and aggressive and violent. And I want to say something to you guys. And I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to let it go. Maybe write a book about it later or do something. But she tried to kill me the other day. Yeah.
You're gonna write.
I listen. You know what I do? When I see Khalyla every day, it's like winning the lottery. When you wake up in the morning next to Khalyla, it's like winning the lottery every fucking day.
Wow.
Until she does her fucking black magic or Filipino voodoo or whatever it is, right? But she grabs my head the other day, last week.
Oh my God!
Do you know what he's talking
a
about?
Yeah, she-
fucking liar.
She knows what you're talking about.
Oh, no, does he
Wow.
know? Not only does he know.
You know, you should be a politician. The amount of people that you influence with your lies is really
Really?
staggering.
Can I say this? The reason why, when I go on the road and the sleepers, they come to me. We touch you. They know, and when they know. When I see you, okay, you know, you wait in line. We touch heads, right? We exchange, you know, Vulcan style, bro. You know, we do this Vulcan style, bro, right? And I know I know that my fans and the fans of your fans and the fans of TigerBelly, they know that at the end of the day there is truth to what we're doing.
How did you go
Wait,
from
what? He's so good.
trying to call me a murderer to giving me props?
I'm so confused.
I'm so confused.
She kneed me in the jaw, so she takes my head. She knees me in the jaw. I open my mouth, and blood starts oozing. I admit,
It was pouring out of your mouth.
I had blood oozing out of my mouth. I couldn't talk, and my mouth. I opened my mouth. It's blood. Okay, and the sides of my mouth, there's two gigantic holes
Oh, I hate that.
from these.
Can I show you guys the video?
There's a video.
Well, I'm going to let you.
Sounds premeditated.
It's not premeditated. So this is what he does. Anytime I turn, because we're filming stuff for Bobby right now, right? So my camera is always on. And when the camera is on, he himself turns on. So what he wanted to do was pin me down and tickle me. And which was a really grave mistake because he tried to go for a single leg. He got my leg, pinned it down, put my foot right to his face, like pinned it down to his chest and face. I instinctively retracted and pulled my leg upwards to save myself.
No.
And it hit his jaw and it
Absolutely
shut
not.
his mouth.
It's crazy.
He closed his jaw on his own tongue.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so then I freaked out because I heard the noise. It was like a pop. And then he rolls over the side of the bed and he opens his mouth and he's just pouring blood.
Gilbert, imagine two kids tickling each other.
You bit your own tongue. How does that mean?
Okay, got it. Mhm.
Imagine two kids tickling each other.
Having a good time.
Having a great time.
Yeah.
Giggling.
Yeah.
Like kids, right? And then all of a sudden, one of the kids, right, pulls out a gun and kills the other kid. That's exactly what out of nowhere, it was just an abrupt, violent episode that she has.
How did you react?
Hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear this audio, but.
Can you please put the pillowcase back onto the pillow, please?
I won't perform for your camera.
See, so we were filming.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to. I'm asking for you to put the pillow back in the case,
You want me to put the pillow back in the case?
please.
Is that what you want?
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward.
No.
Okay?
Play it out.
Okay, fun times.
Play it out. We'll cut it out if we.
So he grabs my wrist. See, he grabs
And
my.
then I'll take the wrist out.
Laughter. Okay.
He's pinning me down.
Okay.
Ay!
Yeah.
Nothing.
Pins my leg down.
Okay. Okay. And
Oh, Bobby! What happened? You okay? Sweetie! Oh my god! Sweet!
That's
look,
the end of the
Let me see,
video.
let me see his mouth.
This is the second video.
look.
You have blood coming out of your tongue!
Is that?
See?
So
I see the violence.
That-
There was a lot of laughter before the gun.
proof is in the pudding. I was genuinely concerned when I hurt you. How is that premeditated murder?
It's so funny because when people help, the first thing they do is they turn the camera off.
I did.
No, the camera was on.
There's a part 2 video.
How do you get the audio?
No.
Sweetie, are you okay?
everything-
And then everything you're getting after, sweetie, you're okay? The camera should be off.
I did. I turned it off 2
I
seconds
saw it.
later.
No.
I wish I'd kept it on.
Anyway, I'm going to let that go. And you're lucky I'm not fucking
So he
pressing
had to
charges.
perform in where were you? Houston?
No, San Antonio.
Oh, he had to go to San Antonio and he couldn't eat any of the food there because it was burning his tongue.
Ow.
Yeah, the like seeds of peppers would get into the tongue and it would cause a kind of pain that I can't even describe. But anyway, I'm going to let it go. I forgive you. Here's another thing that's going on with me. If you don't mind.
Yeah.
I told you guys earlier that Eric Griffin and my brother called Khalyla last week and saying that I'm having a nervous breakdown, that I should be put away or something.
That's not what they said.
What did they say?
You made it sound.
Shh.
That you should be confined in 5150?
What did they say?
Coming from a 5150 three-peater, me,
3
Yeah.
that's absolutely not what you need, and that's not what they said.
What did they say?
They said they basically echoed my sentiments about you, which I told you privately 3 weeks ago, is that I think that you're going through a manic phase. I think that your thoughts are scrambled. I think that your actions are very erratic.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell your brother that because I was hoping maybe it was my perception that was fooling me. And when he finally told me and said, hey, this is what I've been noticing, I was like, oh, thank God. Then I can finally, we can finally all talk about it, and in case you don't believe me. Because, my word's not everything. It's just my perception. But, so, I don't know. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, that's why that's why I brought it up.
But I made an appointment for, you have your very first in your life therapy session tomorrow.
What time?
Well, I don't want people showing up.
At
What
2.
time? 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm going to go. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be forefront. And I'm going to, I don't know, because I've never been into, I've been in therapy when it comes to, when you're in an institution, or you would go to, what do you call it? When you're not actually in-house, but you live at your parents' house, but you keep going. What do you call that?
Like a sober house, sober living?
Not
Or
sober living. It's
halfway?
called,
Halfway house is not
Halfway
good.
house.
Anyway.
Trap house.
Yeah. Anyway, I've had them before. I'm a little nervous, but I'm willing to do it because I'm willing to figure out if there is something going on, what I can do to help myself. Because
But I think
I'm not having a nervous breakdown, but I do feel less like I care really about really anything.
There are the trouble is with like mania is that it feels so good.
That's what it is, yeah.
And that you don't want to come down from the top of the mountain. At least for me, when I'm feeling a little bit manic, I feel invincible.
Yeah.
And when people tell me like, "Hey, stop spending, stop being impulsive, stop being this way," I tell them all they're crazy because I like the way I'm feeling.
Right.
That's the problem with mania. But you have to anticipate that with that mania will come a big, hard crash.
Yeah.
And that's why going to therapy and making sure you get extra support outside of your friends and family is crucial. And I'm so glad that you are going.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I'm Kanye. I'm going to go to an Apple store and do rap on one of the tables.
Hey,
you know
dude,
what I mean?
you never know. I've done it. You think that
What did
I'm
you
a
do?
sane person now?
What have you done?
The reason I was 5153 fucking times in my life is because I lost my mind. I had a nervous breakdown.
You didn't lost your mind. You know who lost their mind?
Who?
Licks.
You have schizophrenia.
Yeah, Licks.
Yeah, but Licks lost her mind.
Yeah.
You had a public. We're one of those times a public.
Yeah,
meltdown?
in my high school, and I had to be put away for 3 weeks.
I want to do a movie, Split, Part 2.
It's called Licks.
Licks?
Licks,
called
but no, but
Licks.
there's
Only two
several.
characters.
I know, but there's only 2 characters. That's what it.
Me and
Split,
a
but 2
fucking
characters.
Chola.
You and Licks. We'll figure it out.
You guys saw. You saw McAvoy play 22 characters. Get ready for Khalyla to play one other one.
Groundbreaking. Absolutely
Groundbreaking.
groundbreaking.
All right, well, forget it. Fuck it.
Hey guys, sorry to pause, but we have an amazing sponsor we want to.
Hymns, what's up with your head?
Boom, pow.
You're losing your head. You don't know what to fucking do. I'm going to tell you what to do, man. I'm going to tell you what to do. What you're going to do is this. You're going to go to 4 Hymns. Because when I was a young man and there was no internets, there was no applications about anything, we could not do it. When you had no money or you didn't have the resources, when you had bald head, you had bald head for life. All right? When you had dick problems, you had dick problems for life.
Yeah.
And you got to figure that out, man. You know who had that problem? Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard. The reason why his head's the way it is now is because he didn't do this shit.
You didn't have 4 hymns?
You know, tell him about the 4 Hymns.
Guys, order now. Our listeners can get started with Hims Complete Hair Kit for just $5 today, right now while supplies last, and subject to doctor's approval. See website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or a pharmacy
wanna say
somewhere else.
something.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I want to say that this is not. You know how you go to the gas station, you go and they go take Master Dick, right? This pill,
Like snake
and,
oil.
snake oil, and it's gonna make your dick bigger. That shit don't work.
Yeah.
I've tried 1,000 times. I bought all of them.
Don't.
I've had 40 of them. Nothing. My dick shrinked.
See, it made it
But
worse.
it made it work.
It made it
But what
worse.
I'm saying is that this is legitimate.
Real
stuff.
doctors.
Real doctors.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
So guys, go to forhims.com/belly. That's forhims.com/belly. Forhims.com/belly.
Manscaped for you. You guys, I'm a swimmer. Everyone knows it.
Yep.
I compete swim in competitions. Breast, back, and the other one with the tagging.
Frog?
No, where you
guys
have
don't
4.
know the strokes
Relay.
of swimming.
Relay is what I
Relay
want to say.
swimming.
Back in my day, we didn't call that. We called it tag team.
Tag team.
Yeah, but now they call it relay. That's why I didn't get the right word. But my point is that I swim, and the reason why I'm a champion is because I'm able to shave my body hair and my pubic hair with this item, Manscaped.
Wow.
You know, when I used to shave my pubes for performances, right? It used to make bumps. It used to be not even. You wouldn't get fully in it. You know, it would just be black, bumpy, bad.
Oh man.
But this has changed it all. It's quick, right? It's well made. It's proficient. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And tell them about it.
Guys, be a champion like Bobby Lee at swimming.
Fuck yeah.
Get the Lawnmower 2.0. Get 20% off, free shipping, and a free travel bag with the code BELLY at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping and a free travel bag at manscaped.com. And use the code BELLY. Be a champion at swimming like Bobby Lee. Khalyla, you should get into it.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
But so we were telling you guys also about this documentary
Oh, gosh.
that we saw.
Oh, yes. So,
On Netflix.
a TigerBelly fan recommended that I watch a documentary on Netflix called "Tell Me Who I Am." And my God.
Generally, when she says, let's watch something, it takes her forever to get me convinced. It's like,
I don't know why.
well, the reason why is there's so much out there, and I need, like, when my brother will go call me and go, like, he'll come up and call me 6 months, like, before something comes out, and get, this is the next thing, right, bro? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want, he's a hype up.
I've been begging him to watch Parasite for the last couple of weeks.
John Noss sold him on it.
Yeah.
Right, but she has to remind me. But once she'll get to a point where I'll go, okay, I believe you. So I saw it last night, and it's from the first frame. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is shot well. That's the first thing that I look at when I'm watching something, I like, especially a documentary. And then secondly, it was mysterious, so I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. But let me tell you something. It's about, I'm not giving you any spoilers.
You can give it away. If you haven't seen it and want to watch it, don't want spoilers, just fast forward through this.
No. We don't even have to give spoilers. We can give you the premise of the we will talk about it. All right, so it's about, basically what it is twins, 2 boys, right? They grew up in England, right? This is in the... If they're 54 now, this must have been
the 70s.
In the 60s. They were
Oh, wow.
Late 60s they were born, right? They were like 4, 5, 6 years older than me. Anyway, they're twins. At 18, one of the boys gets in a motorcycle accident. He gets a concussion.
When he was 17.
17, he loses his memory. It's a severe head
He has
injury.
full amnesia.
Yeah.
So basically, his entire childhood and all his memories are wiped out.
Yeah.
So when he wakes up from the hospital bed, he looks up, he sees his twin brother, and he's like, yep, I know who he is. That's Marcus, and I trust him. He looks at his mother, zero recollection of who he is. Doesn't know anything about the life that he has lived.
Doesn't know his dad.
The only thing that he knows and remembers is that Marcus is his brother, and he feels like he can trust that guy.
That's all he knows. And so Marcus, the brother, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's grateful that his brother's alive, but he also is important because he's now responsible of filling in all those gaps in his memory, right? Because obviously he doesn't know his history.
Yeah, so it's a blank slate. So Marcus's job is to create the childhood, tell him how they grew up, family vacations, what his mom was like, what his dad was like, you want to talk about where it gets interesting?
Well, it worked, right? And it also gave, but what ended up happening was, he felt a responsibility of filling in those gaps. What he filled was beautiful memories.
Joy.
Yeah.
Joy and beautiful
great.
memories of his history, but they were all lies.
Lies.
Because if his brother told him the truth, it would have caused far more psychological damage.
Or so he thought. He
thought this is a great opportunity. Listen, my brother and I had the worst childhood, abused sexually, right? He doesn't know now about his past. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a gift. And what that gift is I'm going to give him a loving history, right?
Wow.
I would do the same for my brother Steve. I think I would.
I was going to ask for you.
Would you do it for Khalyla?
Khalyla and Steve? You guys would.
When I listened to his reason was by taking all the pain away from his brother was taking away the pain he was feeling himself. It was almost as if that giving his brother the gift of a joyous life was allowing him to forget all the trauma that he sustained.
He also started to believe it himself, I think, a little bit, and also he was able to compartmentalize it and stick and store it away.
Yeah, but that came with giving his brother a brand new set of memories.
Yeah.
So while that was happening, they lived most of their 20s, with one brother having this joyous life and the other twin, starting to forget the trauma that he sustained, right? But then what happens is they go back into the house where they grew up and the amnesiac brother finds a picture of him and his twin brother naked, and somebody had cut their heads off in the photograph, and it was in their mother's safe.
It was no. it wasn't even just that. This little thing, the safe,
Yeah.
was you'd have to get through a couple of secret
portals.
portals
The house.
to get in
It's a
there.
very
Right, they're like secret door. They're not normal doorways. They're like things that you have to figure out to get in.
Mind you, by this time, their mother had passed away, and the amnesiac brother had so much love for his mother because he was told that she was a good woman.
Also, the dad, while the kid was in the hospital at 17, never once visited him. And then when he came back home to live, his dad was basically like, all right, well, you don't remember, so this section of the house, you're not even allowed to be in here.
Oh, it's a red
This is
flag.
my side.
Yeah.
That's your mother's side. You get this small little,
Yeah.
these areas,
Yeah.
and that's it. They were treated like shit,
Yeah.
right?
But
like
then, so
fuck
one
toys.
day, the amnesiac brother goes up to his twin and says, "Were we sexually abused?" And it stunned the twin, and where he could no longer lie, the lie had sort of come to an end, right?
And he said yes.
And he said yes, but he never expanded on it. And so the other amnesiac brother built a lot of resentment because he wanted to know. He wanted to live a real life. His reasoning for really feeling betrayed by his brother was because it's like, I haven't been living a real life. Everything that you've told me is not the life that I've actually lived. Like, you've lied to me. And so they didn't talk about it for 30 something years, but in this documentary, his brother finally tells him, and he couldn't even tell him face to face.
Yeah.
He had to do it through a video
To a video. And it's
of what trauma that the fucking mother put them through, and it's so just disgusting. She was a true 1,000% pedophile.
it was the mom.
And she wasn't just a pedophile to them. She sent them out to other pedophiles. She dropped them off to other pedophiles' homes.
For money?
She had like a system going.
No, she did it sometimes, I think, through just because she knew a famous artist or an artist in London.
Yeah.
So she took one of the boys, dropped him off at that artist.
Never
No,
together.
they had dinner. They had dinner at this artist's house. Then she got up and she said, well, left the kid at this guy's house. But you know what? This kid was 14. This is the last time it happened. The kid went into this artist's bed. The artist went to grab his dick. And the kid just went,
No.
no.
And ran away. But
Went back home, went back into his bed, woke up because mom was supposed to pick him up at the artist's house the next day. He wakes up and just has breakfast with the family. She doesn't say anything, mom's shocked to see him, but doesn't say anything. And they look at each other, and that's when they knew it's over.
Oh, shit.
but previous to that, the boys had been raped.
You know what I would
by
have done?
countless men.
You know what I would have done?
Oh, my God.
I would have woke up, went to breakfast, and when my mom looked at me, I would have pulled my pants down and look at the asshole!
Yeah. That's what you
I'm
would've done?
14! My asshole's not supposed to look like this, ma!
But this woman, it's kind of crazy because it's like you
intense.
realize like
It was too intense?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was too much.
no, it's
Was
very
that
on brand.
was that a manic?
No, but it made me
episode?
realize not all English are jolly.
Yeah, this
That is
That
true.
is dark shit. I see why Khalyla was like,
Yeah, you're
not
right.
everyone's jolly.
And that's why we do this show, to prove ourselves wrong sometimes.
yeah.
Right? And
That's
to
not
learn the
jolly
truth.
shit
That's
at
not
all.
jolly
That's not jolly.
That's not jolly at all.
No.
Okay, sorry.
no.
Well,
But
how
it's
did the brother
interesting.
react to when his brother told him all this stuff? Did he,
He
cry?
was, it was heartbreaking to watch his expression because I think that he knew, like, when someone tells you you've been abused, you think, a family member abused me. You never think that you're being pawned off to other pedophiles in the
weird-
neighborhood and raped violently.
Yeah, and also what's interesting, which
child.
they don't talk about in the documentary, but in my head, I'm thinking, if that kid did not get in that bicycle accident, right, those two kids could have killed themselves later in life. But because of the accident, it gave, well, obviously one brother complete memory erase, but the other brother a chance, to save his brother. I think, in many ways, the accident was vital to their existence.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, because it gave the other brother a not a reason, but it was almost medicine for him to recreate his twins' memory.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
But that's also a little bit self-serving because
Therapy.
there is a sense of he's playing God because people should be living their true lives, right? And at the point when he asked right there, this is where what he could have done. But when you're in your 20s, you don't think this far ahead. When he said, "Were we sexually abused?" He should have said, "Yes. I don't have it in me in the capacity to tell you to what extent we were sexually abused." That's when they all should have seen a therapist and hashed it out together. Ideally, that's how I saw, not wait 30 years to,
30 years.
and, all that bitterness towards them to fester.
But those two, though, which is not also talked about in the documentary, but you can tell by little clues that those two were in a business together.
Yeah.
He says that in it briefly, because I saw it twice. And that you can tell that they're well off, that they did something together as brothers, a company that did okay.
Yeah.
They also wrote a book together way before. One of them did.
But it didn't go into the sexual abuse.
It didn't go into social sexual abuse. That's why the documentary is great, because at the end they do that. And I just think that it's a very interesting documentary about trauma and how you can survive it.
Or if you were to be put in that position, let's say you had a twin sister, twin brother, what would you do? Would you tell him everything?
I think part of it is I think honestly I might pick and choose. I wouldn't do a complete false thing.
That's what he said. He didn't really lie. He just left. He says, I didn't lie. I go.
He omitted.
He admitted
Okay,
things.
so
Like
he admitted-
one of his brother asked him once, "Is our mother cool?"
Mm-hmm.
And his brother goes, "Yeah, I guess some people would think that she's cool because kids come over all the time, right? She has open door policy.
She
kids
was
running-
loved.
Would you say-
really
loved,
beloved.
loved. Yeah, she has a good personality.
And they
People love her.
were, they had a lot of money. They came, they were very well off, and they lived in this really big home.
Yeah.
So they were like true lies.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand on that because
Like
if
Quenda,
I think
would
about
you-
myself now.
Quenda, would you honestly omit certain things?
Let's say if
your
she's
actual life.
17 and I think that she's emotionally unwell and very confused, I would probably wait a few years to do it, but I would also not do it by myself. I would get a whole lot of professional advice.
All right, you're with your twin. You're looking at a photo of you two, 5 years old on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's me and Steve. Right? My brother got in an accident. And Steve goes, "Bob, so tell me, who am I?" And we're looking at a photo. And if we were molested, you can't say, "Oh, that was when, Daddy did a train on the beach with us. We were only 5, so we don't remember," or whatever, right? I'm not going to do that. Imagine being with your brother. I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, that was cool. That was your birthday, man. We had ice cream." And then Dad had made that funny. I would make something up, and then fuck it. Why?
Then later on in life,
No,
never.
never. That's what I would do. I'm pretty sure later in life I would have to deal with it, but I know me. I would lie too, I think.
But the amnesiac brother, what he said that was really kind of powerful was he's like, I need to live a life that's mine. I need to own my experiences, good or bad. This is the only way that I can move on in my life. Everything he felt like he was left to hang and dry. Is that what it? High and dry?
Yeah, high and dry.
Hang out to dry. He felt like he was left to hang out and dry.
Is it high and dry? I don't know.
High? No, that's a Radiohead
Two
song.
different.
High and dry is a real
sayings.
term, babe.
I know, but I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Anyways,
If
I'm
in the comments
thinking
below.
about, you guys have seen Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind, right? Would you delete some memories from your own mind?
Oh my God, that's a crazy question.
I would not.
Never know. I love all my memories.
I would not.
If you
I
cheated
would.
on me, if I have these fantasies, that you cheated, and
That's a fantasy?
not a fantasy, but let's say if
nightmare?
you cheated on me, I would do it. I think.
Because the pain would be too much to bear?
Oh.
No. I would never delete any of the cheating feelings because I felt like there was so much growth there. For me, when I was
I'm 50.
cheated
If I
on.
found out you cheated, I'm 50.
Yeah. You would delete it?
I would just say, fuck it, delete it. I
Really?
don't want that at the tail end of my shit.
No, because you want to know what led.
No, I'll leave you.
Yeah, I know you leave me, but don't you want to keep like all the things you learned about someone, like the clues of what they cheat. Like you learn a lot about somebody when they cheat on you.
The red flags.
The red flags. Like, don't you want to keep all that in your arsenal?
No.
The lessons learned along.
No,
the way?
no.
Oh, I would.
I cut and run.
I wouldn't erase any of those like heartaches from relationships because I think those are really crucial and good to go through.
Do you have cut and run fantasies, George?
No. What do you mean?
Just like fantasies of just like end it, just fuck it, go to the bank, just liquidate everything.
Oh,
get the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out.
Oh, hell
All
yeah.
the time. After yesterday.
yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, when I watched that lady living in the forest like that, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shave my head and be out. I guess.
No,
I was
babe.
That's
gonna
just
call
freedom,
George
man.
and Gilbert.
Don't shave your hair. Red hair. Don't do that. I'll buy you a blow dryer.
It's not working anymore. I need a blue.
So I want to
Birthday is this Friday, so.
Thank you.
Also, happy birthday,
happy
George.
birthday-
George.
to George. Happy birthday. He's great. And great job. Khalyla, good work. Khalyla, right? Give her a round of applause.
I'm
up.
not there yet.
Not there yet.
Almost coming up. And
I'm not there yet.
I gave her, so it was our anniversary too. I just wanted to say
Happy
it
anniversary.
was a while ago. We just didn't.
2 weeks ago. But I want to say
Longer than that.
I like to express something that I. Woo! I'm just.
What?
I'm trying to throw something out there. I just want to express myself.
Okay.
So I've been waiting for a year for our anniversary.
You're so full of shit.
Here it goes.
I lied. I forgot. I
Forgot it was
I forgot.
our
I forgot.
anniversary. He
I forgot.
panicked and got me
So I panicked.
the gaudiest, most ancient
I've
Chinese ring I've ever seen in my life. And
Yeah.
when I
Where is it?
opened
Where
the
is it?
box,
where is it?
I want to see it.
He said home. It's home.
oh, I'm gonna send it to show you a picture.
Okay.
We'll post it.
So what happened? You panicked.
I panicked. I went to. I don't know. I've never bought jewelry before. I've never been inside a jewelry store.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I know that like I've been on Venice.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, you're that ring made your finger turn green.
Yeah.
And then you go, why? Because the metal's not good or whatever it is, right?
It's fake gold.
So I didn't want that to happen. So I tried to go to the nicest place I could.
Which was?
It's this place on Melrose. In my head, it's Melrose. There's security guards there, and it looked nice. So I walked in there, and there was diamonds and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And lady goes, "What do you?" I knew that because I bought her a ring in Hawaii that was made out of jade.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. And she said she liked jade.
I love jade.
So in my head, I'm like, "Oh, jade."
Green's my favorite color, and also jade is very cooling. It's
So
always
when
a
she-
cold rock.
She showed me the one jade thing. The only problem with this jade thing was there's other things going on, extras. You know what I mean?
When you first saw it, you.
No, but I don't know. But like, it's just metal. It's like stainless steel metal twisting and turning.
Okay.
But there's jade there and diamonds.
Yeah.
So I bought it. Expensive. She laughed when she read it, opened it.
I didn't laugh.
You
I
didn't.
said, "Wow."
You laughed because you laughed. You thought it was cute
Exactly that
I
expression.
went to some weird place and struggled, and I failed.
The reason that I laughed was because I knew that you forgot the anniversary, and I knew that you were afraid of me calling you out on it for the 6th year straight. Because you don't remember our anniversary ever.
I had to write
and
mine
then you
down.
had a sudden fear.
Thank you.
And it just so happens that right after an audition or you had a meeting somewhere in Melrose, that fear re-entered your mind and you were like, oh shit, I can't go home empty-handed.
So you realize.
No,
Oh.
no, it's just so fucking bullshit, silly
And
bullshit.
so I
huh?
thought what I giggled about,
You're
the
silly.
reason that I giggled is because I thought about all those components of you just scrambling and finding just the ugliest fucking ring known to man. And then just saying, fuck it, this is going to have to do.
No, that's not what it was. It was like me went into 15 places and going because I went on Western
Oh wow.
because there's all these jewelry stores on like Koreatown.
Yeah.
And you go in and it's one of those places where it has the green. You can tell there's no security guard.
Not legit.
Yeah, and then you do another one. So I went 3-4 hours looking. I kept going. I started east and it went west.
That's how you
And
do it.
yeah. And then when I went west, I finally found a place that seemed like I don't know why security guards was a thing for me, but when I used to go to malls, I just used to see security guard. I go, oh, there's diamonds there, right in my head.
Yeah, that's the way
So
I think
yeah,
too.
but I saw them there, And I was so like, I thought she would be so happy with it. I thought it was gonna be a great gift. And
Don't put it that way, sweetie, because you were laughing until.
No. I really, honestly, I laugh because of your reaction. I laugh when people laugh because I got the humor of it.
Yeah.
But I literally tried, and it was full of love.
Guess what? You asked me if I wanted to exchange it for a different ring, and what did I say?
No, but you should
Absolutely
because
not.
you're gonna make fun of it for the rest of our lives.
Because now,
It's a memory.
I don't like it. No, return it. Fuck it. We're returning it.
No way.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Yeah, not for the rest of my life.
It's a memory.
refuse.
It's a memory.
Yeah, no, fuck the memory. I'm taking that out. Yeah, take it out.
delete
We're taking it.
Cut and run.
Eternal sunshine.
And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna enhance the memory to make it always stay in the forefront of my thoughts.
Well, then I'll make up new ones. I'll make up lies about you then.
More visceral.
Anyway,
Okay, hang on. Before we move
no,
on,
we're not done yet.
I just want to say that honestly, from the bottom of my heart, it is probably till the day we die the most memorable gift you've ever given me because everything was so on brand. Just everything, even the fact that you don't know what I like. Like you don't know my style of anything, so you were like, yeah, that in my head when I'm thinking about your thought process of choosing that ring, it makes me giggle so deeply inside because it's completely opposite of what I like. But
Give me a fucking
it's
pen.
the best.
I'm gonna show you.
But because
you
of that,
filthy-
I think
you
it's the
filthy
best gift
fucking
I've
lady.
ever had.
You're a filthy lady. I'm gonna show you something. Okay.
What are you drawing?
I'm gonna draw something. Okay.
Okay.
This is for all the years you say our gifts are shit,
Okay.
No? Yeah.
right? Every time we give him a gift, I don't like it. Take it back.
Okay. So there was this other thing, a necklace, right? It had this thing, but these are all little diamonds and the thing, right? It looked like a cross almost.
Okay.
Right? And it was in the 4,000, within the
Stop
4,000.
with the price.
Ooh.
This
Yeah,
is
I mean, it was
also
on-
another thing is that like I for 6 years I have told you I don't like diamonds. I
Jade.
like jade. I,
don't
like
kn-
earthy.
Oh,
I don't wear diamonds.
dude, I'm kind of dumb. And when I was growing up, what did they say?
Girls
A
love
diamond
diamonds.
is forever.
Diamonds are forever.
Not only that, but a dog's a man's best friend. Right? A diamond is a woman's best friend.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I didn't know where we're going.
Yeah. A diamond is a woman's best friend. Look, somebody told me that once when I was a little
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
And it seeped into my subconscious. And I always remember that. No, duly noted. You don't like fucking diamonds.
What do you mean duly noted? I've been telling you time and time again.
Fuck you, man, for laughing like that. Fuck you, man. I tried. Return it. We need the money.
And my guess is people are gonna be outraged by the fact that like I seem ungrateful, but I'm not. I'm grateful for all of it, but I'm not gonna be grateful just because they're diamonds, because that's price is not a factor.
Okay, fine. The intention was pure, and you should thank me. Here's another thing I did for you, baby. We went and saw Morrissey.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Paul Banks is family friend.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is he a family friend, the dude, he talks the talk, walks the walk. He said he wants it at the show. We went. He got us the best seats we've ever had at the Hollywood Bowl. I had never been there.
First time?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the best shows I've ever had. And we walked in there, sat down, and Interpol played. And they were fucking great, aside from the fact, and this is why I love Paul. His face was being zapped by electricity
The whole set.
through the whole set.
What do you mean by that?
We said that on our tech. He texted us saying that he was being zapped by electricity. And I think when I was on stage and watching him on stage, that he was being zapped by the
I couldn't
microphone.
see anything. I thought they were amazing, but also
They sounded great.
Didn't he say something along the lines of like being stuck in the airport?
Oh,
for
yeah,
10
he had
hours?
a tough day that day.
Oh, man.
But he still pulled through. The show was wonderful. And then we got to see Morrissey.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out in like a leprechaun outfit. It was great.
He actually showed up. Hasn't he like canceled like over 100 shows in the last like 5 years?
Yeah.
Isn't he like also like borderline racist?
You might be racist, but the show, the first 3 songs we heard were great. Then we left.
I know
Oh.
you couldn't even get to my favorite song.
Is it more of just like you got your fix?
No, I had to do other things.
He had to go
Oh,
to
show.
the comedy store, so I couldn't even hear my favorites.
Do you have any,
We do.
what unhelpful advices? Are we ready there? Are we there?
Are we there yet?
We're there. Hey, guys, sorry to take a quick pause, but we have amazing sponsors to tell you.
Many years ago, my friends, I was losing my teeth. Many years ago, my friends, I did not brush. Many years ago, my friends, I was in trouble in my mouth. And thank God for this podcast because an angel, I've been putting angels in my mouth at night and in the morning, cleaning my teeth. And when I say angel, I mean fucking Quip, bro.
Yeah.
Quip has angel vibrations to it. It's not only a vibrating fucking thing.
Toothbrush.
It vibrates unlike any of the other ones. It literally is strong but gentle. There's so much energy in that one little thing. It's also convenient because it goes against the mirror in your front.
Yeah.
Oh, it sticks there.
You just grab. It's so. It's the best. It saved my mouth.
It's not clunky like the other ones. It's not heavy. You can travel with it. Also, the toothpaste, very good. Muy tasty.
Muy tasty, the toothpaste. We use it.
Oh, wow.
So if you guys I promise this is like the other ones that other products we said. We 100% we love this product. Please tell them about it.
Guys, get some angels in your mouth. Quip starts at just $25 and you'll get your first refill free at getquip.com/belly. This is a simple way to support our show and start brushing better. But you have to go to getquip.com/belly to get your first refill free. Go right now to getquip.com/belly.
MyBookie.ag. MyBookie.ag. All right. Yeah. MyBookie.ag. All right. Oh my God. You know when I bet, guys? I use this site. I'll tell you why. Because it's simple. I'm a man of simplicity. I'm not in the mafia.
No, you're not.
I'm not in the 60s in Chicago, horse racy guy, right?
The Peaky Blinders.
A Peaky Blinder. I'm not a Peaky Blinder. I'm a regular guy. I'm busy. Right? I need a bet. And this Saturday, I think I'm gonna go for Masvidal for the Masvidal Nick Diaz fight.
Ooh.
But I'm telling you what, right now, guys, look at me right now. This is the thing I use. I make money off of it. If you want to be a champion, you want to buy a house, this is the way to do it. Go ahead, tell them about it.
Guys, be like Bobby, the Peaky Blinders guy. Join now, and MyBookie will double your first deposit. Use the promo code BELLY to activate the offer. That's the promo code BELLY. Visit mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get paid. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I don't know. Have we hit all what we wanted to talk
We had
about?
good points.
You guys had a couple things, right?
Real good points. We also did a lot before.
Yeah.
If there's anything good there, then
I also
keep
wanna.
it.
I also want to express regret about posting a video of Gobi kissing the inside of my mouth while I was
Stop.
singing
Was there
ABBA.
backlash? Please don't tell me there was backlash.
Everyone was like, "You're disgusting."
Oh.
And I just want to say that that is who I am. And
there's
we do dog kisses at home.
I've kissed.
Yeah.
Okay, forget it.
I'm closer with you guys now because, that tongue has touched my eczema so much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I actually find that more disgusting that Gilbert lets Gobi lick his open wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't make it sound like I'm a.
I don't find it to be disgusting at all. I love my animals, so I kiss them all the time. I kiss my cats. They don't even kiss.
They
do this when you kiss them in their face. They go to. Right? They don't like it, but they let me do it because they love me.
What I'm saying though is I didn't need to post that vid. Should I take
You
it
got
down?
100,000 views. Let's go.
Don't take it down.
100,000 views. We're killing it. Go ahead.
Do you want a long one or a short one?
Do long.
Meaningful.
Oh, okay. Greetings, Bobby, Khalyla, Gilbert, and George. I know Bobby hates long emails, so I've condensed my question into bullet points. Even though it's still very long. I'm Korean American, immigrated to the U.S. when I was 7. Grew up in an upper class, mostly white neighborhood like Bobby, but in Florida. I had a racial slur thrown at me only once my entire time growing up. Contrary to what you and your listeners may generally believe about Floridians. Became the first Asian prosecutor ever, as I was told, in a small town in Florida. While I was prosecutor, Leo's Leo sometimes referred to me as the Chinese prosecutor. A defendant I was prosecuting once told the judge in open court on record that he could not proceed because he did not speak Japanese.
Wow.
A random lady in the lobby of our office yelled, "Officer Chan," and cackled at me as I walked by.
Wow.
Did not know what to do in those situations. None of my white colleagues who were next to me when those events occurred did nothing either. Question, what should I have done in those situations, if anything? And should I be upset that none of my white colleagues or even the judge spoke up after seeing those incidents?
Oh, you're asking the wrong people. We're spineless.
They would be...
No, I mean, the truth is what happened to me at the Harold and Kumar 3 with John Cho.
What happened there?
I ever told you about that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So I was in a movie called Harold and Kumar 3 Christmases.
Yeah. Oh, the 3D
3D Christmas, where I was being pelted by eggs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember that movie?
Yeah.
So I shot that in Michigan, and so I was in my trailer, and John Cho, I don't know why, but he was like, "Hey, can I use your bathroom real quick? Because mine's on the other side." You know what I mean? He's like, "Go ahead." So John Cho was, and then I had asked the medical person to get me an aspirin or ibuprofen because I had a headache. So John's in the bathroom, and this medical person comes around my trailer with the ibuprofen, but he does this. "Oh, Mr. Lee, I heard you have a headache," doing the accent.
Yep, I remember now.
You remember? And John flies out of the trailer screaming at him, saying that if he ever does that again, he's out.
Yeah.
You should be out now, he said, but that, and that's when I realized that, Asians, we don't speak up for ourselves. Because when he did that, I was uncomfortable. But why am I uncomfortable? I'm uncomfortable because I'm a coward.
No.
And
You're uncomfortable because being Asian, we're always told to not make a fuss.
that's
of
what it
anything.
is. I think that's what it is.
Don't make a
To
big
just
deal.
don't make a big deal.
Yeah.
Just kind of like internalize it. But John Cho's right.
You have to make a big deal.
Yeah.
Because, it's like that kid from SNL got fired for saying chink, all right? At the end of the day, he should get fired for saying that word.
Well, it's
People should get fired for saying that word. If you can get fired for saying the N word, you should be fired for saying the C word.
There is a lax thing about Asian slurs. Not the same.
I did it on stage. I go, I did an experiment. I was on stage. I think I was in San Antonio, and I go, I'll tell you how. It's just chink is like a easy word to say. So I went to the white guy and I go, say chink, and he said chink. Everyone laughed, and I go, whoa, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't fight it at all, whatever. And I say N word.
yeah.
Didn't say it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't say it.
There is a lax thing about.
There's a lack because we are cowards. So, dude, prosecutor, you're a fucking prosecutor, right?
Prosecute.
Prosecute.
That's a great. I like that one a lot.
Do bullet points, everyone, from now on.
All right. What else we got?
Hello, TigerBelly. I'm 20 years old, living in Australia for about 2 years now. I'm a student visa because I am from a South Asian country. I have been struggling with sports betting addiction. I've lost all my income and savings because of it. Also, I'm in debt to my roommate. I quit my old job because I don't like it at all, and I'm working at a new place now, but the money is not enough for my expenses. My parents do not know about my situation because I haven't told them anything. Should I tell them or keep it a secret? Any advice would be helpful or unhelpful.
Yeah, you should sound the alarm on yourself.
Boom.
I think that you need a lot of help. I think that you're going to hit a bottom really soon. And don't they say, like, saying it out loud and admitting it to your friends and family is like a very big step in all of it and getting better?
My friend Kevin Keller bought a house from gambling. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's
So
truth.
keep gambling?
I don't know.
I'll tell you
He
that
bought a beautiful house on La Jolla. Beautiful. On the beach.
my dad,
It's beautiful.
half of my life, I was raised with a silver spoon in my mouth, and half of my life, I lived in a cockroach-infested one-bedroom apartment.
Oh, lovely.
And that's because my dad was a gambler.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a very, 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 very bad gambler. And even in his investments and everything that he did, he always liked to just roll that dice.
He didn't hide it, though, right?
And because he came from a lot of money. So my dad came from a wealthy family, and then he just played around too much.
There's a couple of Kurosawa films that depict, I don't know, early 1800 Japan, but there's always a character that's in debt or has a gambling addiction, in his movies. And it seems worse to me than crack addiction.
I agree.
Because people, there's a movie, I think it was Yohimbo or one of those movies where a guy sold his wife and his children,
Oh, shit.
right? And so he
What?
lost his house, his wife, and his children, right, to gambling. But I remember watching it even as a kid going, oh shit, gambling's fucked, it's for real. It'll destroy you. And plus, because I never win when I gamble, I just never became a gambler. Because you know me, my gambling, I'm terrible.
You actually do have a propensity, though, for that type of lifestyle. Because when we were in Florida and we were at the Hard Rock Casino, and you blew like 3-4 grand in a span of like 30 minutes. And then I spent the next 3-4 hours
Thank you.
winning it back in blackjack.
Winning it back, thank you.
Ooh.
She's very good.
You're
'Cause
good. Khalyla.
Cool.
And I don't gamble usually. I just play blackjack, and then if I only gamble with what I'm willing to lose, and I'm out.
Wow, you guys are a good hustle team.
But my God, I didn't even know you that well yet. I think we'd only been together a year, and it was so that amount was so big to me.
So fun though. Very good gambler.
How did you win that back?
She's very good.
It took me a long time.
But she doesn't sweat. She knows what to do.
This
Me?
is blackjack. I don't think you're supposed to sweat in blackjack.
Bobby's sweating.
I'll get like a 3 and a 2. Double down. Everyone at the table will go. They're showing the dealer's showing a 10. Double down.
What is he doing?
I said. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you do have to go off book like
Yeah.
that. Sometimes it's a feeling and an instinct, but you don't do it that often. You're so bad.
I'm very bad at it. I'm bad at a lot of things. But you know what I'm not bad at? Being a friend.
There it is.
I love you. Here I am with you today.
Why don't you tell everybody about your new obsession with Matthew McConaughey reading you the Velveteen Rabbit?
What?
There's an app called Calm,
I have to look this up.
and you can either listen to sounds of rain, you can listen to cats purr, whatever puts you at ease. They have all these sounds that are therapeutic. What's therapeutic to Bobby is someone reading him.
Now know him.
Oh, it's LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton too.
And Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, there's one where LeVar Burton, but LeVar Burton didn't do it for me. You know, when Matthew McConaughey goes right when it's starting, this next story is being read by actor Matthew McConaughey. All right. As soon as he says that,
He starts off like
yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. We're in the 17th century, right? This guy Jimbo, man, he's got a fucking tractor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he always does the all right. That's what I like about him.
What's-
Go watch Get Calm.
You want to
I'm
hear
getting
what's
it.
even grosser than that? What's gross is that this is what Bobby said, and it sent me into
We might have to cut this out.
it
Go ahead.
sent me into a rage I've never felt
cut it out.
before.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Yeah, so like you know what's been putting me to sleep lately? He's like I've been listening to sounds of the city." Like, you know, honking, cars and whatnot. He goes, but then I imagine I'm homeless and I'm sleeping on the side of the road. And I'm like, wow, the level of privilege to purchase an app to listen to sounds of the city to pretend you're homeless so you can sleep in your fucking Tempur-Pedic mattress. That's next level.
Future.
Beautiful. Thank you for listening. All right. Thanks for listening to another episode of TigerBelly. We will be back next week with a beautiful guest. We have no idea who it might be. But let me say this. The day will come, and the age is here, where you will see, in this next comment, after the new year, you will see the new rebirth of us.
Oh, did we already announce that?
Are we doing it in the housekeeping or now?
We'll do it in the housekeeping, because I want to leave this room.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Good night. Thank you for listening. Good night.
We'll be right back, guys. Hey, guys. What an episode. Bobby has left the building, and we're here with the queen herself and her baggie.
I just want to say on record that I absolutely love the ring that Bobby got me.
You do.
I may not like the way, how gaudy it is, but what it represents is so meaningful to me, and I swear to you, when I think about it, it only brings like joy to my heart. I'm actually glad he chose a ring so gaudy and so unlike me, because it makes it all the more memorable. And I think that's our relationship. We're a mess. We're chaotic. We never give the other what the other wants.
Yeah. I also
Somehow it works.
I understand. I could tell the way you were describing it, like how you're like, it's the perfect the way, like you like laughing and thinking how he did it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the gift.
That is the
That's
gift.
the gift. Him panicking around LA for 4 hours, looking for a ring, going from shop to shop, looking for security guards to know that's
Yeah.
the right place. That's the gift.
And then me opening the box and then collapsing in a giant laughter. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. It's also, let's be honest, it's tough for guys. I'll be honest, I forgot. Sydney had to go on my phone and put it in because she was pissed that I missed the first year.
Yeah.
The date. I just forget. George, what's the day? Your anniversary. Boom. See, it's difficult.
Depends what you consider it.
There you go.
Oh, but you guys haven't gone to your first one yet. So when you get there, tell me. When you cross that bridge, let me know how she gouges your eyes out, okay?
When you miss it by one day. Love you, Cindy.
Love you, Cindy.
You were telling me you went to a Filipino restaurant.
I did. I wanted to give a shout out to this Filipino restaurant in North Hollywood called Tatang.
Love it.
And here's the reason why. Typically, when it's such a hit or miss, Filipino food is a hit or miss for me because we're so used to having like,
Especially you, because you know Filipino
like carinderia type style, like grandma makes it. It doesn't look that great on a plate. So you have that, what do you say? You have that way of eating Filipino food. And then the other side where people get just too fancy with it, where you lose the essence of what Filipino food is, where you try to get too modern and technical with it. You know, too much deconstruction.
It's not that kind of food.
No, Tatang actually takes it for what it is. Let's say kare-kare, say for instance.
Oh, yeah.
And makes it look beautiful and keeps all the good parts about it. They still give you the bagoong. It just plates it really well. Also, they have this other...
What did you order?
Like a sotanghon. It's like a loaded sotanghon where they added like extra gravy to it. They're adding elements that just... I thought it was really good.
Did you get the beef steak?
Huh?
The beef steak?
No, I didn't order.
Oh, wait, did you get the
beefsteak.
sisig? The chicken sisig?
The chicken sisig is very good,
Very good.
but I didn't have it. My sister did.
Oh, I'm so happy. Well, shout out to JR. Thank you, JR.
Is that who owns it?
It's JR. He's the guy cooking. I don't know if he was there. And his wife is the Japanese woman, Jiho. They just had kids, so congratulations.
Yeah, very. I was impressed.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Because you're right. There are a lot of places, especially LA now with the Filipino food movement. There's some places that are just trying a little too hard. A little bit too hard.
Yeah, where it's like you lose all the good parts about Filipino food. And when you look at it, it's still supposed to feel nostalgic and comforting. I'm supposed to recognize what I'm eating if I'm going to a Filipino restaurant specifically.
Like, here's a deconstructed gari-gari. It's like, we separated the water from the peanut sauce.
Yeah, and I'm a peasant, you know. I'm not a foodie, so maybe someone a little bit more elevated or a little bit more with higher culinary expertise than me might appreciate that. But for a peasant like me,
Likes peasant food.
I like fucking peasant food
Give her
served nicely.
Old ass ceramic bowl and just put stuff in it. And she's
Yeah.
happy. And some rice. She loves rice. So guys, make sure you send us some packages and some food to Khalyla. Peasant food. Guys, thanks again to our sponsors, Hims, Manscaped, Quip, and MyBookie. For more information on your complete hair kit for just $5, go to forhims.com/belly. That's forhims.com/belly. Forhims.com/belly. Get 20% off all your men's below the belt grooming needs. And if you want to be a professional swimmer, you can get it all plus free shipping and a free travel bag with the code belly at manscaped.com. Support our show and start brushing better with angels in your mouth. Just go to getquip.com/belly to get your first refill free at Quip. Join now and MyBookie will double your first deposit. Use promo code belly to activate the offer. You play, you win, you get paid. Watch the fight Diaz versus Masvidal and place your bet. And make sure you go see the Slept King live. He'll be in Arlington, Cleveland, Brea, San Francisco, Khalyla. How do you say that?
Khalyla.
I don't know why I said Khalyla, California. All those dates are on his website at bobbyleelive.com. Grab them before they're gone. And to get your questions on TigerBelly answered, you can do that at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. Once again, adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. We want interesting, unusual, non-typical problems like today. And you know what? Bullet form actually helps. So maybe just make bullets. Bobby loves those. Any shout-outs?
Let's give a shout out to Julie's friends, Millie and Andy, longtime listeners.
Ooh.
And a shout out to my favorite band in LA, Icy Hawks in LA. They were out at Pappy and Harriet's over the weekend.
Oh, they were out
Yep.
there?
Nice.
I don't know them, but I like Pappy Harriet. I also wanted to, I don't know when I'll be able to plug these podcasts.
Please do. Yeah.
But I did Chelsea Skidmore's podcast. I don't know when that comes
Very cool.
out. And I love the girl. I genuinely adore her. So when that comes out, please have a listen and go support her podcast. And also, I hate to have to plug this one because I thought I sounded so fucking stupid and dumb and George
No,
was
you
there.
didn't.
And you know, like I couldn't formulate sentences, but I was at the Dr. Drew show, and oh my God, Gilbert!
I'm sure
when
you were
I think
fine.
no. When I think back,
That's great. You get it.
I was actually explaining to Chelsea on her show You know when you think you prepare and you think you have like a chronology
I think you're being too hard on yourself.
of like what you think you're going to say and how you imagine that you're going to have this like really great conversation with Dr. Drew, and then you just start mumbling.
If you want to see a different side of Khalyla than you see on this show, Dr. Drew after dinner.
If you think I'm unrefined here, oh my God, go watch that. My armpits were sweating. I was really fucking stupid on that show. I could not formulate a sentence. It's pre-period brain. Do you guys get that?
All the time. All the time.
Girls, if you know what I mean, there's like a couple days before I get my period where I can't even turn the doorknob in the correct direction. I am such a space cadet and so fucking stupid
You're not.
that I shouldn't be allowed out into the universe or out in public.
You know how everyone says you're the stable one in this room?
Oh yeah, after fucking not anymore, and people see that my dog licks my tonsils.
Yeah, that was interesting.
You guys didn't like that?
No, I actually liked it. I was just the whole time I wanted to comment and be like, "That's literally my eczema in your mouth."
You should have.
Because I was like, "Ooh, you literally watch it happen like every day."
But it's literally my mouth on your eczema.
That's what's happening. You should just lick it right now.
Gilbert, you shouldn't let Gobi lick your open wounds anymore.
It's not open.
If you stop that, then I'll stop having her lick
it's
my
not
throat.
eczema. It's psoriasis.
I'm sorry, but it's placky and bleeding and
Okay,
cracked.
all right, let's stop. Okay. Anyway,
The opposite if then that I thought that would be.
What do you mean?
If Gobi stops doing that gross thing with his with the mouth,
I'll start.
then
you can't make out with me anymore. That's
You
I
remember
prefer
when
sex.
it was called
One or the other.
necking? I think I asked this every 50 podcasts we do. Remember when making out was called necking?
Is that
Yeah,
just
in
me
the
giving-
50s movies. Back when James Dean was alive.
Oh, the Philippines, we were behind.
2010.
Necking was still a thing in the 90s.
2015, people were necking in the Philippines.
Yeah, when you go, were you going steady with a boy?
No, are you on or are you off?
Ah.
Oh, I think that's still a thing. Only like
yeah.
tabloids.
Yeah.
Are you guys on? Like, is that your boyfriend?
Let's try to bring it back.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's bring it back. Everyone bring it back. Per Khalyla. Anything else, guys? Before we say bye. Oh, I think there's something.
What?
We have merch. Merch.
Oh, we have a lot of things to
A
discuss.
lot of things are
There's
happening.
also one thing I want to say, which is I don't typically do anything for my birthday, but I'm just gonna
You typically kind of have something small.
yeah,
You
small.
like-
But if
this
you
is big.
guys,
This is the big 4-0. Oh, wait, that was George. Happy birthday, George, because you're 40, baby! No one's at the age.
October
geez.
25th, right?
Yep.
Were you out of range?
He was here.
No, he wasn't. He was
No, I
out
was
on
here
the
and
fucking
depressed.
mountain.
No, the 26th I went out of range.
I surprised him. I brought him.
I was here
lunch.
depressed and didn't want
You
anybody
wanted
to
to take
remember
all the
it.
glory.
I did.
Why didn't you tell me to like come in and join?
Here's the truth. Gabby told me.
I'm so sorry, George. I was preoccupied
I'm
with
kidding. I remember.
Jessica's
It's fine,
birthday
it's
because
fine.
she just had a baby.
I didn't want to have
I
to
wanted
pretend
her
to be
feel
happy around
special.
anybody.
I have a
But I do thank
I have a-
everybody who.
I have a question. Why are you? You did seem a little like down. Is there like a reason?
Yeah, I'm fucking old.
But what's the big deal about that? Because you
George.
kept making that a thing.
I can remember my mom's 40th, and it's like if you're able to remember your mom's 40th, then it's
No,
like
bro.
it
No, no, no.
feels. And then I remember how she felt like so old then, and I'm like,
Because she was old then, but you're not old now.
You're so
What I'm
youthful,
saying
dude.
is,
I don't even have-
my mom at 40 was old
There's nobody
too.
who
When I
remember my
remember her
40th.
celebrating 40.
there's nobody that's remembering my 40th. They're gonna have to remember my 50th. If
You're
that.
40 now is like the new 25.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, especially with you're a man.
According
You look
to how I
good.
act, yeah. That
You take good care of yourself. You look great. And I
do
don't
look
even.
great.
I'm not kidding you, George. You might be aging better than me, which is really, really a hard and difficult thing for me to say. But wait till I get Botox.
You're not getting it because I don't have approval.
I need everyone's approval.
I don't. Yeah. I don't have
Well,
approval.
wait till I hit the big 4-0 and I
just
get
gonna
the
start sneaking it
fucking
in, so you
Big
can-
4-0.
ponytail.
Happy birthday, Khalyla. Hey guys. Hey. Like, yeah, you look great. Yeah.
Would you guys tell me if I didn't look good?
I would. I'm already gonna say you don't look good as soon as
for
you get
myself.
it.
Yeah.
How do you guys know?
much
You
is
think that
Botox?
everyone in Hollywood just looks great?
No, of course they get it.
even the.
I'm just trying to say, I genuinely think you're beautiful. You don't need to change anything. I genuinely mean that. Not
But
as
you're my-
not as a bit.
You're my little dodong boy. You're gonna say, "Ate, you always look good no matter what." Like if I gain 60 pounds, you'd be like, "You look really
No,
good."
I'd say you're getting fat.
Oh, you would?
I would.
That's mean.
There it is. She hates honesty.
George, happy birthday, truly. I
Thank
think
you,
you
thank
look
you.
better today
do, man.
than the first day that I met you. You were struggling a bit back then, stylistically,
Wait, you actually look.
personality. I think that you are such a catch and a half, and you're just a fucking overall great human being.
Yeah, you missed out, Jessica.
I hate to say this, but you're a fucking handsome dude. It's hard for me to say it.
George, smile.
Yuck.
Yeah.
I don't
there
like
it
to hear
is.
I don't
There
like
it
to
is.
hear that.
I don't like the way, yuck to that too, Khalyla. you weirdo.
Yuck was better than telling you you're handsome, huh?
Oh, there's your birthday gift. Was that? She had to power through that a lot. Wait, I forgot the date. The date for merch, November 7th. That is when the merch store will be open. So make sure you put in your calendars, put your alarm on. Typically, we like to do at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure you set that. We do have a lot more merch, but make sure you jump on that quick so you don't miss out again. We have the amazing me walking down the street. Hold this model for us, Khalyla. Me walking down the street remix shirts. Once again, these are limited. We took the long sleeve and we heard you guys, and we're responding back with short tees, 2 colors. Get both. They're amazing. And then also we will release an image online of our new hoodie that we're releasing. That is the Slep
That's a
Kingdom.
really good one.
It's dope. It's a black Slep Kingdom hoodie. Okay, we need to go because Quinn is calling us and it's very important.
Yeah.
What about the we got the live show?
live
show.
Live
Can I answer
show.
this phone call real quick?
Yeah.
Hello, moms.
Little girl.
Yeah.
Barley
Is
is
she a pickup artist?
1 hour to simmer.
The barley.
It's a conversation we had.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I'll simmer it. I'll cook the barley myself then.
Hi, Ate. We're going to die tonight.
Oh, what happened?
That's how girls
Nothing.
respond.
That Gilbert's gonna use that at the club this weekend. That I'm gonna die
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, Cindy's approval.
It'll get you.
That's how I met Renzo. It got me. Renzo was like,
Okay,
ma'am.
moms. I'll cook the barley myself then. Wait, are you trying to cook it in the rice cooker or stovetop?
No, in the stove top. Do you want me to just put it in
This
the
is
rice
riveting-
cooker? Well,
riveting
know,
combo,
I
George.
tried it already.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes if you just add a little extra water, it cooks better. Yeah, don't put the barley in the rice cooker. You're right. Only the adlai works. But I'll cook it stovetop when I get home.
Okay. Do you have extra paper towel I can have?
A
Or
what?
no? A roll of paper towels.
Yeah, you can take one.
Doesn't she have a job?
I don't know where it is.
Oh, it's in the pantry.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Bye, moms. Love you.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that episode was brought to you by barley and how to make it.
You guys don't eat
I just
pearl
think
barley?
It's just your conversation with your sister, just so like just chill. I guess I feel like I don't talk to I don't do that on the phone with my sister. Usually it's more like, hey, we got to do this thing. What time are you gonna be there? But yours like, hey, do you have a paper towel? Like, I feel like everything that happened, I feel like it can be done on text.
No, because she probably did try to text me. Oh yeah, she did try to text
Okay,
me.
there we go.
It says
That
the
makes sense.
instructions say to simmer for an hour, little girl. And I never replied, so she called me.
She freaked out. It's like, I can't cook this barley in time. What were we talking about? For we got
The live show.
live show. The live show is going to be happening here at this home. At this, can I say?
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you freaked me out with that.
Come on.
I'm not gonna say when. I'm just gonna say it's gonna happen here. And we are taking applications from some of the Slep Kingdom, from you guys, you sleepers. We're gonna invite some of you into this home so you guys can spend some time with us in our very last night in this space. Are you okay? Khalyla's crying.
What's happening?
I
she's
needed
crying.
to sneeze, and
No,
then
no, she's crying. She's sad.
and then I had to cover my face to focus, and then it just went away.
So, email
Anyways,
us at,
whatever the fuck that was.
shoot us an email at
You mean I'm manic?
longlivetigerbelly. That's longlivetigerbelly at gmail.com.
One more time, George.
Longlivetigerbelly at gmail.com.
And
I
then-
like that
and what's your
email
day?
better than the one we have now.
Nope. We like all our emails.
Ah, okay. That's true.
So longlivetigerbelly at
Hope it's
gmail.com.
available when I grab it tomorrow.
And,
Yep.
and George and Khalyla, what do people put in this email?
Okay, so I would like to hear your top 5 favorite movies.
Done.
Don't have to get into why.
Just one sentence
Yeah.
per movie.
I would also like to know just a little bit about you and how you started listening to the show.
Cool.
And also, what is your one burning question you've always had for
good
one of the,
Juicy.
whether it's me, Gil, Bobby, or George?
Yeah.
And I think that's a
I think that's perfect. And keep in mind, we do like shorter emails here.
No.
But also,
Don't tell them.
go long.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, if you want to go long, go long.
If you want to go long, go long. Yeah.
surprise us.
Yeah.
And you know what I love? Here's a really good way to get in. You have to have an Instagram handle.
Oh, very good.
And I maybe even a picture so we can familiarize ourselves with you so that it feels more comfortable,
Good job.
like meeting you, so it doesn't
Yep.
feel like like
shock.
strangers. You know what I mean?
Do we need their numbers to confirm or just emails?
Yes,
George?
I think email and is
No.
fine.
Yeah,
Email.
as long as they respond to their email.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, guys, send all that info, those 3 questions, and also a photo and Instagram if you have one. That will help you guys out. So be on the lookout on our
So
social.
if they give the Instagram, we don't need to give a photo. That's
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
You don't need to send a fucking,
Khalyla was
fucking
asking-
resume.
Well,
Too
if they
much.
have a few people have private Instagrams, so maybe they'll.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
good,
true.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Send us a picture of something person like cute, like not a fucking headshot. I want to see you and your dog, or you and your mommy, or you with like your hippie desert friend.
Do it. Guys, we'd love to have you here. So make sure, once again, it's longlivettigerbelly@gmail.com, and be on social media this week to check out more info. Wow. We haven't done a housekeeping in forever. Is we good?
I think the house has been kept.
Has it been kept?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at TheTigerBelly, and follow Khalyla on everything on social media at
Calamity K.
George Kimmel,
George_Kimmel.
and you can follow me at Bobby Lee Live. Everyone, have a good night.
Do you think I got fat?
No.